What's going on, y'all, man? It's Phillip Boy, man, a.k.a. Big Phreeza, a.k.a. A&R Director of Engage Records.
Woo woo.
Sitting here with an artist,
Fight Squad.
the artist from Engage Records, the Kyren Monteiro, formerly known as The Messenger.
What's good with it, man?
How you doing, brother?
I can't complain, man.
Yeah, I can't either, man.
I can't complain, man. Today's date we recording this is Friday, October 24th.
Yes, sir.
We spent the top of the week in Tennessee.
For sure. How was that?
It was good, man. We went to Pigeon Forge and came back.
See some bears? You ain't see no
I
bears.
didn't see no bears, but some gummy bears. That's about it.
Hey.
But it's cold, though.
Yeah.
But it's the perfect time to be in the house playing some music, though.
Hey, man, listen, man. Visionary, man.
He grabbing the vinyl. He showing y'all. He flexing, showing he got the A&R.
This mine.
Early copy.
Right here. This mine. This Visionary, man. This come out November 28th.
This ain't mine. This one somebody gonna buy, though.
Black Friday.
Yes, sir, man.
You know, it got it all. Boom. Back.
November 28th.
This is a story right here. From logo to the posters. We got vinyls. We got posters. We got CDs. Got it all, man. We going. We taking it back.
Digital downloads, all
It's everywhere. Pre-save it. Pre-order it. You can get it at engagerecords.com.
.net.
.net, excuse me.
Yep.
Or KyrenMonteiro.com. Yeah. I know it's both. It's one of them.
It's a lot to keep on. Trust me. There's a lot to keep on with.
But while we right here, while I got this in my hand, man, I see this is called Visionary, man. What was the idea behind Visionary, man? And so if the
let's talk about
cover has any meaning to it, break it down for him, please.
I'll get to that. So, yeah, man. So, I think understanding this project, you got to understand what was before it.
Yep.
So in 2019, I dropped my second album under my real name, Kyren Monteiro, called Broken. Like you said, I'm formerly known as The Messenger. So if you go to platforms, you'll see 5 albums and 2 EPs under there.
Great catalog.
But technically it's 6 albums and 2 EPs under that. So then in 2016, I went by Kyren. I changed to my real name, Kyren Monteiro. 2016, I released an album called Crown, which is on all major platforms. And then 2019, I released what I believe is one of my most important albums ever, called Broken, and which was Black Friday of 2019, which is crazy. For sure. Which you know both of those projects intimately because you've been around since we grew up as brothers. And then there was a gap in between stuff. We opened a headquarters downtown, man, in 2021. So still in the midst of COVID, still in the midst of people finessing PPPs.
For sure.
All of that.
I
masked up, sneeze, get away from it.
I need one of them.
I really, man, wasn't really concerned about coming out with a new album just from being, no pun intended, a visionary, just from being an entrepreneur. And so this is what I wake up. I'm a vision. I wake up and I be a visionary every day. So, I felt it in my spirit I felt like God was pulling on me.
It was that time
to start working on music as a body of work. Cause I released singles
for sure.
Since then, there's records like Every Time, Stand on Business,
features.
Like This, Luke Cage.
Got a couple features in there.
Blessings, got some features in there. But it would shut it down. But it was time to work on a new body of work. You came on as A&R director for Engage Records for the record label, formerly Holy Soldier Records. Sure. At the top of 2024, we signed some local artists, and slow grind is better than no grind. But once it was time to come up, so I started working on. I thought I was going to be working on Broken 2.
True.
Which I am still adamant about putting out one day, but it just wasn't clicking. The production coming from producers just wasn't sitting right. I feel like I was forcing the content. And so I was like, man, it's time to work on Visionary. I think I need to switch directions. And you was like, yo, man, call this guy named Zero the Composer.
Let's go get a pack.
Call Zero the Composer. So Zero the Composer produced his whole album.
Shout out Zero.
And so first off, man, I'm big on words. So just to let the people know, a visionary is defined as an individual who thinks about or plans the future with imagination and wisdom, often possessing original and creative ideas about what the future could be like. They can see beyond the present, anticipate what's next, and inspire others with innovative perspectives, right? So then it goes on to say that my Visionary album embodies this spirit, delivering a message rooted in the idea that certain individuals are uniquely created to lead and build visions that benefit culture and the world, right? And so when I think about being a visionary, I think about seeing what other people can't see. And using your time, resources, and your skill sets and your gifts to lock in and lean into what you're supposed to be doing. And when you do that, it not only benefits you and your family, but it benefits people around you. It benefits culture. It benefits the world at large. And you know me, and I feel like since high school, I've really been on, I feel like my whole life, but since high school, I've really been locked in
For sure.
to that journey. The last 4 or 5 years, it has been a crazy ride.
Yeah, for sure.
In a great way.
Yeah.
And so I just was like, man, the people that I'm around, the mentors that I'm around, the game that I'm getting, the rooms that I'm fortunate enough to sit in.
Yep.
I just felt like it was fitting to create an album that encouraged, educated, and challenged people to operate at the highest level. It's not about being an entrepreneur. It's not about starting businesses. It's about the fact that God has equipped everybody with something to operate at some level of greatness, but it is up to you to execute that and step out on faith and bring that vision to life. Rather it's a business or you're a part of another company. Most of the time people don't realize you can be a visionary and benefit another organization.
For sure.
Instead of trying to start one.
Yeah. Yep.
Prime example.
For everybody.
Prime example. My guy, Phillip, boy, aka Big Phreeza, had aspirations of some kind of management company, record label, whatever. And maybe that comes in time or not, but I had a conversation with him before he came on. I said, why try to go build your own Rome and we can build a bigger one together?
That's a fact.
You got platform and the resources sitting.
Yeah, literally.
You'd be crazy to go try to do that. And not speaking for you, but I think that that's an example of
being a visionary. For
you
sure.
still can be a visionary
For sure.
and buy into an existing vision.
For sure.
And help elevate that.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, man. So that's what being a visionary is. And so you asked about the album cover. So when you look at the album cover, I can go poster or vinyl. When you look at shout out to my guy Dan Overby. When you look at the album cover, obviously you got this ugly dude, light-skinned dude right here, named Kyren Monteiro. But then you look at this V-shaped triangle, which obviously stands for visionary, but the 3 points of the triangle stand for Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So basically, it's not just you, but it's a spiritual element to it as well, saying like, God is the ultimate visionary and he has envisioned purpose for us individually, and given us things and put visions in us that we are to execute and manifest, according to what his will is and, what he's gifted us and crafted us to do. And so, yeah, man. Whole album is produced by Zero the Composer. I wanted to tell stories. So I talk about, seeing my pops rapping,
Yep.
I talk about his, how his legacy impacted mine. There's a record called Bill Legacy where I talk about how his legacy impacted me and how I'm standing on the shoulders of that. There's records like In the Field where you talk about being out here. There's songs like In the Field and Really Like That where you talk about kind of being. There's records like, Keep Pushing that feature Daimon Knee where you got to keep pushing through those days. Yep. Like I said, really like that featuring Young Pooty. Kind of talks about, going through that. You got to Give It All featuring Terrance Anderson.
Yep.
That talks about, how you got to just go hard and just leave it all on the floor. Yep. So yeah, man. So there's different records that bring different aspects. But I think what I wanted to do is for this to almost be kind of like motivation in a sonic playbook.
Okay.
For visionaries out here. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that there's too many albums that you hear that exist what you call the secular side of hip hop. There's been albums like Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap.
For sure. Classic.
Jay-Z's 444 album has some of that album.
Oh.
I think you get a lot of that from Jay, period, because I think his debut album, Reasonable Doubt, in my opinion, I think had that. Mm-hmm. People may not like the elements where he came from, but he's still showing like, hey, I came from the hood. I was drug dealing. I turned it into something clean.
Yep.
And employed people and made some people millionaires.
Yeah.
And so I think on that side, I think T.I. has talked about, like, you've had certain elements of it, but I think
you're just coming from a different different perspective.
I think namely, I think Nipsey Hussle did that with Victory Lap. Mm-hmm. I think that's probably one of the. I think Jay-Z did it with Reasonable Doubt. I think he did it with some elements of 444.
So there's some introspective in all of those.
Yeah, but giving you game too.
Right.
I think I'm trying to think. Like I said, I think Tip did it.
Tip's done it a few times.
He's done it a few times.
Meek did it with wins and losses. He did it with championships. Just
in the spirit of what visionary is, I would say the closest thing,
more than likely, probably Victory Lap.
Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap, sure. or some things from Jay on the Christian hip hop side. Lecrae had a project with Zaytoven called "Let the Trap Say Amen."
For sure.
Lecrae also some of his church clothes mixtapes.
For sure. Oh yeah.
He had his latest project.
Oh, I say it's one he just dropped.
Reconstruction. He had a project called All Things Work Together. So Lecrae has done it. His project, Let the Trap Say Man, he really
for sure
kind of talked about.
Got in his bag on that one.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think on the Christian hip hop side. I just wanted to create something, honestly. Besides Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap, I don't care whether you call it faith-based or secular side of hip-hop. I don't think there's been anything content-wise quite like this. Because even with Victory Lap, it's not... When you think about songs like Give It All, when you think about the Visionary song, when you think about In the Field...
And I think that's the beauty of... That's like, you live in this side of the hood, and you see one thing, you live on this side of the hood, y'all in the same hood, y'all just seeing two different things. Your window over here, his window over there. The foundation is the same. Now how I build my house and how you build your house might be a little different. But we started your foundation of what you were trying to do with Visionary. We can't speak for him, but from the music that we got from it, it seems to be the same thing.
Yeah,
I think Nip sat down with whoever he sat down with and had the type of conversations that me and you had off camera behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we got what we got and we hold it where it's at.
Yeah.
And I think this is, I said that from the beginning though.
Yeah. You definitely said that. I will be honest, man. I think for this project, so first off, I feel like, and I know people say this, I feel like Broken was my best project before Visionary was created. I think this is better than Broken. I think it doesn't matter if you look at the Messenger catalog or, you know, when I'm building under Kyren Monteiro. This is, in my opinion, the best project. But I will be honest, this project is for a certain kind of brand of people.
For sure.
But it's still commercial friendly. It's still,
sure.
It still got bops on it.
Yeah.
So instead of being on some Nas-ilmatic type of stuff, I feel like I put it in bite size. It's witty. It's super lyrical. Punchlines is there. The storytelling is there. But it's still catchy enough to where
anybody can listen to it.
Yeah, anybody can listen. And it's something for everybody. It's 10 songs. Album is about 30 minutes, a little shy of that. You can keep playing it over and over again. The replay value is high. I feel like this is my best body of work, and it's crazy that I recorded this album in like 3 days.
Oh, for sure. So
it was produced by Zero the composer.
Yeah, so we got it. So
the production was already there.
So to explain that to everybody, because you know some people don't fully understand.
So sometimes when in a sense of hip hop, when you talk about music producers, sometimes that's just making a beat, and sometimes that's a producer actually producing a song, being in the studio. So when we contacted Zero the composer, because of the urgency of how I needed to create this album, because I'm busy running multiple companies, still being a husband, still being a father, still serving in the community, and all of that. So I needed to make sure I didn't have time to create from scratch.
True.
Like I did with Broken and Crown.
Right.
So I needed stuff that was already pre-made. So when I contacted Zero on behalf of the label, listened to a lot of beats and was able to just pick beats and put together the best album, confirming with you as A&R director, that I thought represented what I was going to be able to do. Once we did that, contract signed, invoices paid, I told you literally, I said, I'm going to pick a week.
And when I'm ready, I'm ready.
And you're going to look up and you're going to have an album done. And by the way, he looked at me like, yo, you're crazy, because people normally don't do albums at this caliber.
Nah, these type of albums, and then like, I want to get all the way into it, but
go ahead.
The way that most people do an album, you gotta, he's the rapper, he's the master and engineer, he's the mixing, like he does it all. So to see it like that, like I know sometimes like this artist might put an album out and then he push it back, because
and as an A&R director
for that,
as an A&R director and as a music fan, this is your first album being a part of behind the scenes, from start to finish.
100%.
Like the conversation,
to
packages coming in, CD, vinyl, all of that.
I was like, when he said he was ready, I'm like, bro, like he literally looked at me and said, when I'm ready and I want to get this album done, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, all right, I hear you. And then literally a week, the rapping was done. He had to do the other stuff, but once
I think 3 or 4 days.
I'm about to say, because
we just rounded it off to a week.
He got the beat already. Then he do what he do on it, and then
keep in mind that's writing too. Writing on the spot.
Yep. And being here at the studio when he's doing one song, and then I leave, and then the song sent to me. It's like, dog, you wouldn't even. So like he did like 3 songs almost in a night one time, and for him to do that, and the 3 songs that he made were not the same. Like it wasn't bop bop bop. It was bop, and then it was some introspective, and then it was bar heavy, and then it was like so. And we bought 10 and we used 10. There's nothing left from
I've never created an album where nothing was from scratch at all. It was I normally take at least a year to do an album.
Yeah.
Not less than a month.
Yeah.
So to put a whole project together in a month is crazy. From writing to production, the mixing and mastering, the artwork, all of that. Even to performing it, right? So we just, Marion, Indiana, just put on the first music festival. Shout out to my guy, Mayor Ronald Morrell Jr. So we was only hip hop act this year. So even performing some of the songs, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
Even having early copies ready to bless people with so that they can purchase. So
already having the rollout plan ready.
Yeah, and then too, man, I feel like everywhere, like, but especially coming from the city that we come from, wanting to revive real hip hop at a high level. Because I feel like hip hop everywhere has got watered down, but I feel like hip hop here has got watered down. But I feel like coming from the city that we come from, man, Indiana, but I feel like part of the reason that it's got watered down is because people just aren't doing it. Because I'm fortunate to be a full-time entrepreneur under the companies I do. So if somebody asks, what do you do? I'm like, I get to be creative for a living.
True, that's a fact.
It comes out in different ways: music, audio, engineering, media production, whatever. But I get to be creative for a living. That's a blessing.
Yep.
But I worked a job for many years before I took that step. And it doesn't work for everybody. So people have to work jobs. People have to take care of their family and themselves and be fathers, be husbands, and all of that. So you only have so much time. So to dedicate a certain amount of time to trying to do music and you're not being compensated for it, it's hard to do that when you have a family. And so we wanted to bring back high level hip hop, from the studio to the artwork to visuals to performances to packaging. I think it's important for somebody that's argued to probably be the best to do it from their city.
That's an argument.
I mean, we know that, but we'll just say it's an argument, right?
Right.
So when you have somebody who is in that GOAT conversation from their city and from the Midwest and Christian hip hop period, I think that it's important to help bring that back. Not only just the content of what we're trying to do, but to show people from the business perspective, like, hip hop deserves to be done at an excellent level. Hip hop is not just viral moments for TikTok.
Right.
It's not just a get rich quick scheme.
Right.
Excuse my French. Hip hop is not just some hoe that you trick on for a night, for a one night stand. And kick it to the curve. It's something that deserves to be developed. It's something that deserves to be invested into.
Taken care of.
It's a real craft. It's a real art form.
Yeah.
And I feel like that it has been watered down in America, in the United States, and abroad. And I think that we have to get back to that. And that just reminds me of just another album that I meant to bring up that's recent outside of Lecrae's Reconstruction was Kendrick Lamar's G&X album.
For sure.
How he talked about I Deserve It All and all of this. He started his own record label now.
What happened to
the beef between him and Drake and even the Grammys and all of that, like the Super Bowl performance, all of that.
But even take it back to Black hippie movement. Like, he talked about why that didn't happen. Like, that was something.
Well, I'm saying in the sense of him being a visionary.
Just a vision. Okay.
Yeah. Like, just the sense of him being a visionary. I feel like when you see things like that being done at a high level, and you see the world responding, the clips coming back out with that album, Let God Sort Them Out, and just different things. 100%. I love seeing hip hop being done at a high level. So I'm glad that Lecrae put out Reconstruction to do it from the faith side.
Right.
And even with Let God Sort Them Out, Malice, who was formerly known as No Malice,
yep, and a pastor.
He's bringing that into. So it's just a good.
It's there. You got to find it.
Even Master P, who is not really doing music, but does a lot of interviews and content. Master P is talking about trusting God.
Yeah.
So you're seeing a lot of these people do it, and then representation is also important too, right? I think that, like, my wife has a doctorate, all her degrees, but she has a doctorate in social work, and she talk about representation is important. I make music for everybody, all races, all genders, ages, all sexual orientation, ages, all of that. But as an African American man, I think that it is important for other young African American men and women to say, yo, I see somebody doing something positive that looks like me.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not just trying to drug deal.
Right.
Shoot them do up, it in the streets.
Bang, yeah. For sure. For sure.
And so I think that representation is important.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it statistically is proven to be like important. And I think that's something else I wanted to do as well.
In that, did you feel pressure from yourself, from the outside? Like, did you feel pressure in the making of this album?
In the sense of what kind of pressure?
As in, because I not being an artist, but I know you always want to make a better album than the last one. But that's not saying
I would hope so.
Yeah, but but that's
doesn't
not
always
saying,
happen.
It don't always happen.
Yeah,
and that doesn't mean the last album was bad. It's just I'm just in a different space than I am now. When I made Broken, you in a different space from Broken to Visionary. So did you feel any pressure to this has to be Broken or better?
First off, y'all are seeing Phreeza. This dude talks so much trash to me on the phone and as a little bro. So so just from my circle alone, absolutely from my household alone, if I'm taking time away from my family and resources from these businesses,
there's no pressure on my end.
It was invisible. When I took, yes, I felt pressure first for myself. Of course, I felt pressure. I feel pressure every time I do something. Even at the top of 2024, winning the Master Engineer of the Year, being nationally awarded in front of everybody. So all of these things,
turn around and revamp your record label,
revamp the record label, and even with that, creating something to say I have to LeBron this thing. I have to Kobe this thing. I got to Mike this thing. I have to put the franchise on my back. And that's not saying that other artists and other team members like yourself can't do it. But it's just one of those things of I can show you better than I tell you. And even bigger than our label for the city and for the world at large.
People that want to, people that's doing this. There's a 1,000 Engage records around the world right now trying to do
millions.
You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to do this. I hear you say it all the time. Running a record label is a terrible idea. But in that's where you get visionary from. So this looks like a terrible idea to everybody. I know financially this is a bad idea. Mentally this is a bad idea. But in that, I still see something in this.
Yeah. I think it's important to do everything at the highest level.
For sure.
I think it's important to have discipline, structure, perseverance, innovation, creativity. You got to take risk. You got to invest. I hate this word, but you have to manifest the vision. I tell people all the time, you don't speak it into existence. You work it. You got to do it. You got to work it into existence.
Speaking only going to do so much.
Yeah, you got to execute. So,
sure.
I felt pressure, but not being arrogant, I felt like I delivered. I felt like I over-delivered.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like you name the best hip hop projects of all time, this can stand up with it. This is definitely, in my opinion, my best work. To to date so far, and I'm extremely excited for people to hear.
Hey man, I am too. From one, just a fan of you, a fan of good music, a fan of just production, just learning that side of this. Like, I think for me with Visionary, I think the coolest thing that I like learned from this was just like how, like, once you get the production done, it's good. Now the production usually the hardest part. And then now if I already know what I'm gonna talk about, like, there's nothing knowing here that you walking in this.
Well, you
Like,
gotta think, like, there's like 5 to 7 steps that can be in production, from songwriting,
true.
to,
Yeah, for sure.
pre-production,
For sure.
to all of that obviously happened with a small team,
Right.
but it happened so fast that you just don't really, like, it was there.
Like, by the time I was like, all right, bet, it was over.
Looked up,
Like, all right, no, it's like I'm dropping this in a month. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, bet.
Yeah, having all of the production, I think for me, because I'm so hands-on with everything, the hardest part is always the production. Locking in with producers that understand the assignment for that particular album, and what the mission is. And to me, once that happens, as an artist, everything else lines up. So salute to Zero the composer, man, for providing a production platform for me to just get on a microphone and just walk over.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, it was fun.
But yeah, I just, just from another standpoint, like, real quick, you wasn't going to do any features on here.
No. Outside of the singers, I already knew that when I was picking out production for the album, I literally, and it got solidified, and I knew that, we had everything, contracts, paid for everything, stems and all of that, track out sent over from Zero the composer. I literally hit up my guy Montae Clark and Terrance Anderson,
For sure.
who are both R&B singers from the city of Indianapolis, Indiana. And I already knew the hooks. For people that don't know, hooks are choruses. That's what we call them in hip hop. So I knew that. Well, technically, a hook and a chorus are separate. But
Could be.
We just say hooks in hip hop. But I knew that there was hooks that I wanted them to single and feature. And so I've been working with Montae Clark since 2011. If you look throughout my The Messenger catalog, he's all over that.
For sure.
Albums like Alien, Lifeline, Frontline, Lifeline 2. He's all over those projects. I've been working with Terrance Anderson since 2016.
Yep. So
Since I've changed my name to Kyren Monteiro, you will find Terrance on Crown, Broken, and now Visionary. And on Crown, he's on like 2 or 3 songs on Crown. Same thing with Visionary. He featured on Give It All, and then did background vocals on Brighter Days. So I knew that I was gonna get those guys. And then there were some other legendary Christian hip hop artists I wanted to get on. It's just once we start zooming, it was like there's no space. But salute to my guy Young Pooty,
For sure.
who is extremely talented.
Engaged records artist.
Yeah, currently an Engaged Records artist while we're recording this. He's been around. He watched me come up as in my The Messenger days.
And he's also a producer too.
He's a music producer and engineer as well. And does a lot of work down here at our headquarters for the audio company named Frequency Canvas. So Engage Records is the record label company. Then we have Frequency Canvas, which is an audio production company. And so Young Pooty was actually just in the studio, and I wanted him just to be inspired by the grind. So he came in and actually helped record the intro of the album, helped record in the field. And then we were, I think, on day 2 of recording. I was like, I told him, pull up, meet me out here. So he came down. And I did really like that. And I just was like, yo, I want you on this record. So it was really just something like, he was in the room.
Organic.
He was in the room. So
Get him back in his bag.
That he was in the room, so it happened. When I made Keep Pushing, which features Daimon Knee, who is another Engage Records recording artist currently. At the time we recording this, I heard him on it. And so if you listen to Daimon Knee's debut album In a Moment, which is on all platforms right now, available on CD and vinyl as well. But if you listen to his album, if you listen to singles like Hostile or Stopless, very similarly, he talks about perseverance, overcoming adversity.
Yeah.
He also does not cuss in his music. There's no profanity. Yep. It's family friendly. So I thought that, knowing some of his story, that not only could I hear him on that type of song, but I just knew that he could talk from a different perspective of being a visionary. Yeah, because our verses are way different. Yeah, he's talking from more of a ground level. I think I'm talking from more of a.
You just been here, you vet.
I'm probably talking more of a from a CEO standpoint, boss talk, if you want to say, but people can still relate. But he brought a different perspective. So yeah, I didn't plan on having no features, but salute to, as far as other rappers, salute to Young Pooty and Daimon Knee. I feel like their verses brought some great value to those records. Yep. And as far as singers, Terrance Anderson and Montae Clark absolutely killed.
Smoked it.
They walked them things down.
Smoked it.
So yeah, man, I mean, 10 records, man, almost 30 minutes. Replay value high. Visionary, man. November 28th, 2025, man.
And before we get out of here, I just want to read the album credits. Kyren Monteiro appears courtesy of Engage Records LLC. All songs are produced by Zero the composer, Isaiah Darty. All songs written by Kyren Monteiro. Executive producer Kyren Monteiro of Engage Records LLC. A&R direction Phillip Big Phreeza Boy, the biggest. all songs published by Engage Publishing, BMI. All songs mixed and mastered by Kyren Monteiro of Frequency Canvas LLC. We did it. We got Visionary. It's on the way. We got a lot more stuff planned for Visionary coming. November 28th, 2025. Black Friday.
Yeah, pre-orders coming, man. EngageRecords.net, KyrenMonteiro.com. Definitely be on the lookout for that.
I'm gonna keep stunting on this. This is, if you into this, if you're into vinyls, because we know it's came back. If you're into this, you need to get this. This is awesome, man.
He's showing off the vinyl.
Yeah,
right?
This is. Okay, I go on it.
12-inch LP, man.
Yeah, this is dope, man. This is dope. Well, brother, this is a lot of fun. I can't wait till the album comes out. I already heard it, but
being a part of the process, he can't wait
man,
for it.
It was fun, man. Because now I can now I don't have to act like I don't know all right, he finally gonna drop this. So now I ain't gotta look for him in my email no more.
Yeah. So, I just want to tell people, man, God put in everybody certain skill sets, gifts, talents, ideas that are unique to who you are. And it is up to you to activate and walk in that purpose. We are not called to just be on our knees praying and begging for God to open up opportunities. You say your gifts make room for you. So it is your responsibility to do what you are called to do. Like one of the parts, there's a song called Build Legacy. Second verse of that, I said, I've been commissioned on high to go hard. It's my responsibility to go far. That's why I'm taking game and putting it through bars, planting seeds and want to see them grow like courtyards. When you got the vision, you gotta go hard. Making moves daily, you feel like you stumped the yard. Been on it for, boy, that means we set apart. The legacy be going up just like fireworks when it sparks. We activating faith when we walk. Visionary speaking when I talk. Straight execution, I'm a boss. Always took them lessons from the loss. You know what I'm saying? Second verse of Visionary said, heaven and earth moving together, boy, that's real partnership. And he entrusted you with the vision, the heart of it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's your responsibility to
walk in your purpose.
To walk in your purpose. A lot of times we like looking good on social media and being a part of big moments, but you have to be in the field and you gotta really be like that.
Yep. See what you did there.
So my encouragement to everybody, I don't know what else Big Phreeza got to say, but my encouragement is and hope for this album is that what people will take from this is like, I need to tap into who I'm called to be and maximize that at the highest level. Whatever that means for you.
Yep.
Everybody's not going to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's not going to be a business owner. Everybody's not going to be an executive. But maybe that vision's for your family.
Yep.
Maybe it's health. Maybe it's whatever that vision is and whatever that calling is for you. We can all be visionaries on different levels and in different ways.
100%. Well, I don't got nothing else, man. You did it, brother. Definitely did it, man. Visionary, November 28th, Black Friday. Stay tuned into us on all socials. We got a lot more stuff coming.
For sure, man. Music videos coming. Shot a 60-minute documentary called Journey of a Visionary. I'm not sure when we got that. We got I think we can talk about it now. Podcast relaunching. Kyren Monteiro show season 5 is coming. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. And you never know, could be a deluxe edition of Visionaries or maybe even a Visionary 2 one day.
Maybe, but I don't know. I can't remember if I said it or not, but like I said, there's nothing left from Visionary. There's nothing left.
Yeah, you got to buy the project.
So if we double back or we get a deluxe, you just know that you're getting fresh music.
Yeah, 100%.
There's nothing left. But here with the Visionary, man, the ear, man. Peace out, y'all. One love.
Man, Fight Squad, the movement, man. Thank y'all.